Hello everyone, my name is Amy Lacey, Community Data Analyst from the CARES of New York Planning Team. Today I will provide a brief overview of new opportunities for renewal project applications. This webinar was developed specifically for COC membership, board members, and community stakeholders. CARES developed this webinar because we believe it is our responsibility as collaborative applicant to provide clear, concise information on new opportunities for renewing projects to the full community to ensure the COC process is community-centered and transparent. Today's presentation provides a summary of opportunities for renewing projects in a brief format. Specifically, the presentation will discuss transition grants and consolidation of COC projects. Because the NOFO details a variety of important topics, CARES has produced a series of webinars to cover specific topics in more detail. Additional webinars include presentations on the NOFO summary, HUD priorities, and the consolidated application, new project opportunities, bonus and reallocation, DV bonus opportunities, eSNAPS refresher, setting up a renewal project, and eSNAPS refresher, setting up a new project. Please be sure to view these webinars on the NOFO section of the CARES website. Please also be sure to visit the NOFO page on the CARES website regularly for important application information and due dates. Today's presentation provides an overview of two opportunities for renewing projects which are again included in the 2021 NOFO, consolidating projects and creating transition grants. We hope these opportunities help our COCs improve their catalog of services. Please be aware that attached to this webinar is a slide which unpacks all acronyms used in this presentation. The FY 2021 Continuum of Care Program Competition opened on Wednesday, August 18, 2021, and will close on Tuesday, November 16, 2021 at 8 p.m. Eastern. The deadline for the submission of renewal projects in eSNAPS is Friday, September 10th. CARES will then review the applications and send back proposed edits. As collaborative applicant, CARES has established Friday, October 8th as the drop-dead deadline for final new and renewal applications in eSNAPS. For UFA communities, CARES will complete all project applications on behalf of the subrecipients. If you're interested in transitioning or consolidating a project, please reach out to Kirsten Jones. Let's begin with describing the option for project consolidation. Eligible renewal project applicants will continue to have the ability to consolidate 2 or more eligible renewal projects, but no more than 10 projects, into one project application. Prior to beginning the consolidation process in the project application, the applicant should consult with the Regional HUD Field Office to ensure that each project is eligible to consolidate. The projects being combined during a grant consolidation will continue uninterrupted. To be eligible for consolidation, the projects must have the same recipient, be the same component, and will be funded with FY 2021 funds only, which means that any funds recaptured in prior years will not be awarded to the project. The anticipated benefits of consolidation include reducing the administrative burden on the COCs, agencies, and program applicants, as well as providing greater flexibility in serving clients and program participants. HUD outlines a list of conditions which preclude projects from consolidating, which include outstanding audit or monitoring findings, an outstanding obligation to HUD that is in arrears, unresolved construction delays, a history of poor financial management or drawdown issues, a history of low occupancy levels or lack of experience in administering the project type, or other capacity issues. HUD will also not permit a transitional housing and permanent housing project to consolidate to form a joint transitional housing and rapid rehousing component project, or a transition grant to be consolidated with any other project. If a project meeting these characteristics attempts to consolidate as part of the project application process, HUD will not consider the consolidation, but rather select the projects individual in their ranked position provided they pass project eligibility and project quality threshold requirements. To apply for a consolidated grant, applicants must submit separate new renewal project applications for each of the grants proposed to be consolidated. That includes the grant number that will survive, which must be the grant with the earliest start date in calendar year 2022. Project applications for grants that are proposed to be part of the consolidation must be ranked with unique rank numbers for each project, and if selected, HUD will conditionally award the single consolidated grant based on its rank position. Let's move on to transition grants, which can be utilized by applicants to transition their projects from one COC program component to another. For instance, changing a transitional housing program to a rapid rehousing program. The 2021 transition grants allow extra time for applicants to wind down on one component project while ramping up the new. Project applicants must use the reallocation process to reallocate the existing eligible renewal component to one of the eligible new components. To create a transition project, the COCs must completely eliminate one or more projects to create a single new transition grant. The 2021 COC Program Competition NOFO outlines key concepts and requirements related to transition grant eligibility. Of particular note, no more than 50% of each transition grant may be used for costs of eligible activities under the program component originally funded. Also, the projects must be from the same recipient for the eligible renewal grant to be eliminated. Transition grants awarded in the FY21 program competition will have 1 year to fully transition from the original component to the new component, then will be eligible to apply for renewal in the following program competition under the component to which it transitioned. The term of transition grant is 1 year. The transition grant must be fully operating under the new component by the end of the operating year for which FY 2021 funds were awarded. Lastly, the project applicant must provide the contract numbers of the projects being eliminated to create the new project and must attach a copy of the most recently awarded project application. In order to be considered eligible to receive a transition grant, the renewal project must have the consent of the continuum of care, and the new project application must meet project quality thresholds established by HUD as stated in sections 5C3B and 5C3C of the 2021 NOFO. HUD will consider a project as approved by the COC if the project application identifies itself as a transition project and the COC approves and ranks the new transition grant project on the new project listing in the FY 2021 COC priority listing. HUD anticipates that transition grants will fill funding gaps for programs changing, for instance, from a transitional housing program to a joint transitional and rapid rehousing project, and to provide COCs the opportunity to expand their capacity while minimizing the risk of the reallocation process. In summary, let's remember our shared goals to end homelessness for all, create a systemic response to homelessness, and strategically allocate and use resources. With the options to create a transition grant and consolidate projects, COC will be able to reduce the overall project costs in terms of administration expense and time. These options provide some methods that, if planned and accounted for and used effectively, will provide our communities with more flexibility to reach our shared goals. This has been Opportunities for Renewing Projects. Additional webinars are posted on our website and cover NOFO Summary, HUD Priorities and the Consolidated Application, New Project Opportunities, Bonus and Reallocation, DV Bonus Opportunities, eSNAPS Refresher, setting up a renewal project, and eSNAPS Refresher, setting up a new project. Please also be sure to visit the NOFO page on the CARES website for important application information and due dates. Thank you for participating in our webinar series, and please do not hesitate to contact anyone on the CARES planning team with any questions or concerns.